Alright friends, we are back in the channel, and we are here, Silverleaf Golf Club, Round 2, Season 2, 7-Iron Cup. Of course, I'm going to give you a few more tips and tricks on the TrackMans and stuff, but also answer a few of your guys' questions while we play the last 3 holes here at Silverleaf. Before anything else, let's get into it. One of the first good questions we got was, can I play in the net series if I don't have a TrackMan handicap? And unfortunately, the answer is no. You need to acquire a handicap. How to acquire a handicap? Well, for us in our league, you only need to play 18 holes, no mulligan, and the gimmies have to be 8 feet, and also manual putting, can't be auto putting. If I was going to recommend how to get an accurate handicap, such as like to reflect the same as your Golf Canada handicap, play at least a minimum of 3 to 5 rounds, because if you just play one and you play a really difficult course in certain settings, it might not exactly reflect what your outside handicap is. Question 2 was how to find the competitions. So when you log in, of course you could use that right there for the quick login. I already have. We can go to competitions. Now, it can fool you a little bit because when I look in here, you can't really see anything. You can scroll over where you will in fact find 7-Iron Golf Cup and also our closest to the pin competition. But to make this easier on you guys, if you go to joined, it will go to the one right there, which is the 7-Iron Golf Cup. Then you can click through there. There's a little tab on top. There's also global and local. And third question, the close to the pin competition. Yes, in fact, if you do go back here, it is an open competition for everyone in all of our divisions to compete, where you actually just go right here, you can find it, click on, and then what you will be able to do is you get 3 shots to compete against everyone else within the 7-Iron Golf Cup, not just your series, the whole series. And we're giving away a dozen Pro Vs each and every week to the person who sticks it the closest. Before anything else, guys, let's jump back in and let's go play some golf. And I played a straight push to start my day, and we're gonna see how the bunker goes. So you settle into a bunker, the first thing I look at is the lie. So down here you can see that it's 6 degrees up. That's 6 degrees helping, so that's gonna make it go higher. And 2 degrees left, which is making that the ball is most likely going to come out on a 2-degree angle to the left because our lie, which is a 2-degree slope, is below us. Now, 2 degrees isn't a lot, so it's probably not going to do that much. If you see 5 to like 10 degrees, then we're going to be talking about it. Now, from here, you can do a little math. You can see the power down below is about 75%, and it's about 17 yards. I'm probably hitting this about like what feels like a 30-yard golf shot. Face open, of course, with the bunker, help it up. See if I can get some spin on it and put it right in that circle. Oh, just short. But since it's in the circle, don't even need to bring the putter out. Let's head to 17. All right, guys, I've got that thing hanging just down the right side of the fairway with the wind coming off the right. And for someone who likes to play a little draw, that should work out pretty good. Did I say little draw or big draw? That might still hang in the fairway though. You know what? The game's tough and we're not perfect. That is going to be a tough golf shot right there. So this is kind of where it gets fun though, because I'd love to say that I hit every ball down the fairway, but I don't. This is where you have to turn the brain on a bit. So immediately we see that the red side here is sloping down. So probably entry into this golf hole is probably going to be a little bit of a draw. How do I also know that? We're working with the slope. So it's going left. So everything is telling me that this is going to be pushing or moving left. Even the wind at the end of the day is also going left. So I'm going to aim this thing roughly, you know, let's judge it. I went with what I think is the right edge of the green, and I'm going to play this about 75 yards because of the little percentage, and hopefully we see a little draw. And it should come down off that slope, and if it doesn't, I'm still super happy with that, because what the worst thing I could have did was leave myself in that bunker, because that would have been really difficult. So there is the side of like playing golf, but there also is the side of like playing the TrackMan. The idea too here is to try to putt it as straight as possible, which isn't exactly the easiest task. I feel like I didn't quite hit that hard enough, and I was right. So I needed a little bit more on that. Another par though, and we move on to the 18th hole. So 364 yards, 54 feet downhill. It's actually 13 kilometers down. If you hit the ball hard enough, or if I was more warmed up, you could actually probably get there. Now, I don't see it really benefiting anyone, especially with a lot of the OB on the left side. So I'm going to show you guys what it's like to hit a layup shot on this hole. Oh, come down a little bit to the left, miss the rough. Ah, excellent. Slope going a little left, a little downhill, a little downwind. 127, probably playing about 120. Just a tight little draw. Bounce a little right. It stopped up pretty good, but I hit it just a fraction long. That could have been that downhill though. It was 3 down, so that came out lower than I thought, so it could have been a little bit there. Got a little lazy on that and didn't pay attention as much. My pro tip for this week's episode is that take your glove off, give your hand a break when you're putting. Normally we say that outside, yes, of course, but in here especially. Otherwise, if you keep that on for like 2 hours, it's gonna ruin it so much quicker, and you're gonna wonder why you have no gloves left. So, 12 feet up actually, I'm a 32. Treating this like a 45-foot putt. Once again, felt a little shy on the speed, and it was, but hey, 3 tap-ins, 3 pars. Might need to work on the putting a little bit, we found out. But alright guys, thanks for hanging out with me at Silverleaf and playing the last 3 holes. Hopefully I answered a few of your questions and I gave you a few tips moving forward to help you with TrackMan. Good luck in this round, and we will see you in the next episode. Cheers guys.